Choosing a strategy that fits your plan. Once you have a clear understanding of your personal trading style, goals, and risk tolerance, the next step is to choose trading strategies that align with your plan. Keep in mind, and I hope you took notes, the order we're going in. You don't get a trading strategy and then bend it to you. You figure out who you are, what you want, how you're going to trade, and then we look for trading strategies that align with that plan. That is the proper way of building out your trading strategy and your trading rules, not the other way around. A lot of people jump trading strategy to trading strategy to trading strategy and then try to tweak it to their way, their emotions, and then that trading strategy loses its edge that it had. The trading strategy was built for a reason for someone who had it, like that's their plan to how they trade. And as soon as you change that, those probabilities, it may be a winning trade as is like that, but you're trying to change it so you become less emotional using it and you just ruin the profitability. And you're saying, oh, all these trading strategies don't work. Trading's a scam, blah, 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 whatever, right? You need to know what you're doing, who you are, your goals, all that stuff before you start getting into a trading strategy. So I hope you spent time doing that already. We will have homework for you, but some people like to get ahead. And maybe you already took your notes and started getting an idea of what type of trader you are. So there are various trading strategies to choose from, such as day trading, swing trading, position trading, scalping, and then the indicators that you use for that, the rules, the risk management, all that stuff is a big pile of a bunch of rules. And it's the hardest part about trading is when you build out these strategies, just following the rules once you have data that proves these are high probability trading strategies. And yes, you're going to lose, but you know, over time, the profits are going to outweigh the losses. So each strategy has its own unique characteristics, including the time frames of trades, the level of risk, potential profit, the required amount of time and attention. So when you're scalping, you're locked into the charts until your trade's over. When you're swing trading, position trading, day trading, there may be time where you could step away from the charts, take breaks, check on it in an hour, 15 minutes, 2 hours, check it tomorrow morning or tonight. All this is something you need to know depending on what type of trading you are doing. Like I said, for me, I do scalping and at most day trading. So I'm either locked in on the charts or I step away for 5, 15 minutes, maybe an hour, and come back to see what happened. Are we still going? Do I close the trade? Do I pull my stop loss up? Or do we just take profits and get out? It's also important to test and evaluate different strategies before committing to one. This is why we always backtest. I continue to backtest when I'm done building content or trading myself. I will go back in data and just go test one system, like one entry. For me, I do mitigation blocks, breaker blocks, order blocks, and fair value gaps. So I'll go test one of those for the last week of trading, take screenshots of all that. Then I'll go back and test breaker blocks for all last week. Only get entries on that type of trade. Then I'll do mitigation blocks. Then I'll do fair value gaps only. And then that way I know all my entries that I use and I see how often they form throughout the week and the times that they're most likely to actually hit. And I'm constantly back testing those. And I had a lot more indicators, entry points, all that stuff. And I have narrowed it down to just these few entry types. And I continuously back test them over data and forward test them as live markets happen to build my confidence and really understand which one of these models or entry types are better and give me the highest probability. And then I start scaling them that way. Like this is my A trade, B trade, C trade, and then D, E, F, blah, 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 all the way to Z. I don't trade those. It's A, B, or C. Is it an A plus or just an A, B plus or a B, C plus or just a C? And then also because of my confidence in those type of trades, I'll put risk appropriately. So when it's a setup that's like it hits, I'm going to scale my risk down. If it's something that I've seen over and over again, and when this forms, usually price is ready to pop, I'll put a little bit more risk on there, but still within my parameters of 1% at most and a 1/4% at the least. So you just need to test, 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 test different indicators, test different price action techniques. Make sure you're following within your plan. So only be testing stuff that you're able to put with your rules that you had before. So if you're scalping, make sure you're only testing strategies that are for scalping. And also make sure your strategy you're testing has an appropriate stop loss and you're risking the appropriate amount, and it's all going to be sound with your rules and not make you emotional when you're using that trading strategy. That is very important. And you're going to adjust and pivot as necessary based on market conditions of your own performance and your own performance. So, like I was saying earlier, I'm always back testing my few entries strategies that I have, and then it helps me understand when it's most likely going to pop, and then I rate them. Okay, this one's better than this one's better than that one. Or if I could get two of them to overlap, probabilities are really high for that type of trade. So spend some time. It's going to take a lot of time right here. I personally, it's been years for me, but the reason why it took me years is because I didn't understand how to go about it. I was finding a trading strategy and then trying to bend it into what I am as a trader, when I should have figured out who I am as a trader first and then find strategies that fit that type of trader. And that's going to help you do your back testing on appropriate strategies, and you're going to help land yourself on one a lot faster than me that took a few years to get. This should take a couple weeks or months at most for you. And then once you start dialing in your entire system, which we will go through in this section, you're going to be so much better off than I was, just being lost in years of kind of bouncing around. I'm giving you that foundation and that direct guidance. Think of like the Eiffel Tower, right? You got that big foundation, and then we start building to that top. And once you get to that top, you know what you're doing, you're trading, and you're just executing. Win or lose, you know your system has that edge, and you're going to keep on trading because that's what the goal is, right? That's why you're becoming a trader. So I'll see you in the next lesson.